Welcome to another Saturday live carp fishing in winter live Q&A stream on the YouTube channel with the community. If you're watching it in playback and this is the first time you're here, welcome. What normally happens is for about 45 minutes to an hour we discuss lots of fishing related conundrums, reviews, everyone gives their advice and I try and help everybody out. So got a few people coming in, all ticking up. Welcome guys, Dave Fisher, Louis Maguire, David Hall, Kulgi, Dan Williams, Dennis Williams, It Only Takes One Bite, Sean Saunders, Ian Burton, Nathan Leake, absolutely loads of you coming in already. Believe it or not, the carp dog is somewhere behind there. And yeah, he's sleeping. I might have to turn the camera around a minute so you can see and have a look at him, he's just snoozing. But evening Hoxton, evening Steve Perry, Matthew Randall, James Madgwick, Gaz Jones, Simon Elsmore, Muggsy84, Seb Nagura, evening to you, and I'm glad to see you all here. Hope you're doing well. It's the Saturday, what is it? It's the 16th of December, isn't it? We've only got 9 days, a week Monday, to it's Christmas Day. That's just madness. Or a week tonight at this time till we are on the 1 million views for November giveaway. Woo! That'd be good, wouldn't it? I bet you can't wait for that. For the subscriber giveaway. So guys, if you're not a subscriber already and you're watching this, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification key. You'll be automatically entered into the giveaway next Saturday night. Camo Cartsy, good to see you. He normally goes live 8 o'clock after I've done mine, and I take it quite a few guys been watching Carl G, which is good to see him back. The old Ginger Ninja. That was good. Greetings from Slovenia, Adi Delija. Blimey, we're everywhere. We've had people from Germany, Finland, Poland, England, all over France, all over the world, haven't we? It's great. Morgan Evans says, evening mate, he blanked on a runs walk today, not a good sign. It's the way it is, mate. That's why it's called fishing, not catching. Here we go. I haven't been fishing for 2 weeks. I'm clucking. I'm scratching myself and everything. I just need to get out and hopefully I'll be going tomorrow. So is there anyone else? Hang on. Dominic Carter says, next week will be a bit of a letdown because we can't say foot strictly. I don't know. I reckon my missus will be watching the reruns. God, Jesus. Vince Ferguson, how you doing? Carl G was a bit horny tonight, was he? Bloody hell. When isn't he horny? He's ginger, isn't he? They've got to be horny because they don't get enough. John Leyland, good to see you, mate. Ian Fisher, good to see you. Tariq Zeb, evening to you as well, fella. Everybody's well, thank you very much. Is there anyone out on the bank tonight? Is it a little bit milder? I think it's a little bit milder tonight, isn't it? I think. And I think the next week is going to be a bit milder. So if you're out next week, you may have a chance. Who's out on the bank tonight? The Obsessive Carp, good to see you, mate. Who's out this Saturday night? Or are you saving it all for the Christmas to New Year period? Get some brownie points with the missus indoors. Camo can't be good. She said it's freezing here. Definitely colder tonight. Next week's going to be good though. Crispy Carper says, who nicks my fish card set? Very windy in Slovenia, so I'm at home, AD says. I wish I was in Slovenia fishing. God, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? Dean Cousins got his first subscriber today on his channel. Guys, support all these guys out there, putting it out there, putting themselves in front of the camera for our enjoyment. Get yourself over to all their channels and subscribe. Sharing the love. Obsessive Carper's not out to the 27th. I'm out tomorrow for a couple of days, 2 or 3 days I think. I'm going to try and record the Christmas special on Monday or Tuesday. Yeah, I'd love to go and fish over Slovenia, AD. Morgan 1062 says, hi Leo mate, thanks for the advice on merino socks. £12 a pair, 12 a pair on eBay, 20 quid. Yeah, lovely, isn't it? It's good. Ben Gilmeister's not out tonight. Hopefully tomorrow, fingers crossed. Dean Cousins out on Friday 22nd. Phil Clark is a man after my own heart. Roll on Christmas, get it over with. Yeah. I'm not really a Christmassy person, really, unfortunately. My missus is. Mrs. B is the biggest Christmas person in the world. She started shopping last February for Christmas. But I kid you not. Jake. Look at him. He's over there, Jay. He's over there. Look at him. How's the apprentice doing, Jay? Have you managed to catch him any fish yet? Mark Charles says, could he get that cooker on in the shed? He'd probably blow the shed up with that thing, wouldn't he? The Vaping Carper, good to see you, Tomo. I'm a manly man. I'm not coming out for no one. Sean Saunders says, what bivvy would you recommend in windy conditions? There's a few that are really sturdy. I mean, that Tempest, which I've got, doesn't move in the wind. You've got the Nash Titan, that doesn't move. My old Fox Ultra Brolly, when it's got the pole through the top, pinned down, that didn't move either. What present are we getting for the mighty Carp Dog? A new sleeping bag. Look at him, bless him, Tariq Zeb says. He's got a new coat. His coat's downstairs. Carl G, good to see you, mate. Carl G, the Ginger Ninja. Or Horny Carl G, apparently. Mike Swift says the Avatar disc is solid as well. Can't beat an Aqua Pioneer in winter. No, they're pretty good as well. Phil C007, he's out on Tuesday, so fingers crossed. Wayne RS4 has been spotting just before dark. No, not bait though. Just trying to smash ice. Bloody hell. It's desperate out there. You're hardcore, Wayne, aren't you? Hardcore. John Layla says, Leon, you deserve a reward. Yeah. It's alright, Mrs. B's going to give me a reward. Special Christmas dinner. Camo Carpy dog coat. It is, and lumber. It's a camo with his name on it. So hopefully you'll be seeing that in the Christmas special. Gary Kane said, who would you like to spend the night in the bivvy with? Mrs. B not allowed. God, blimey, that's a difficult one. There's so many really good porn stars out there, isn't there? Jay Goodson said, I think I should lend our little friend out of garden the Carp Dog. That'd be his lucky charm. The thing is, he'd probably abuse it, Jay. You know, sexually. Hardcore, bloody stupid, Wayne RS4 says. Darren Wilkinson says, will you be showing on the square goalpost rig in the Xmas blog? No, I hadn't thought about it, actually. Craig Sawyer says, Viagra spray hardens up your bivvy. Love it. It's going to be one of them live streams, isn't it? Who doesn't go fishing in the winter at all? Who doesn't go out on the bank just spring, summer, autumn when it's warm? You know, who doesn't go out in the winter carp fishing? And I don't blame you. I'm not telling you should or you shouldn't, because that's entirely up to you. But I'd like to know, put it down below, who goes out relentlessly like I do, and who stays indoors. As soon as it starts getting a bit cold, that's it. You don't enjoy it, so there's no point going if you don't enjoy it, is there? Gary Kane says, have you ever used the solar titanium swingers? No, but I've seen them, and they are a good swinger. The titanium ones from Solar are very good. Paul Tyson doesn't. He has health reasons. He doesn't go out in the winter. Fair play. Hoxton loves winter fishing. Very true, Jay. Very true. His ears would get burnt off, wouldn't they, Jay? Barry O'Brien out in all weathers. Me, no fair weather. Fair is here. Keith Oakley says, I'll go out whatever the weather. Yeah, I just love being out. I tell you what, you may think I'm strange, but I prefer the winter to the whole of the rest of the year. Dominic Carter, I like with your style. Phil 007 every week for him, or he goes stir crazy. Yeah, I'm hearing you. I'm hearing what you're saying. Colin Arton usually pikes in the winter, carp in the summer, but offer a 48-hour session Monday for the carp. 234 Cheat says, just in the hours of light, he fishes for the old Esox in winter, the pike. Dennis Williams says, he spent the morning breaking ice and moved. Oh dear. Maybe I won't be going out tomorrow. Darren Wilkinson says, love the winter, no swim pirates about. Yep, I love the winter because the fish are big, they're in their best colours, and no one's out in the bank. I love it. Graham the Dodge Green says he doesn't fish July and August too hot. Yeah, I hate the heat. I do. I really hate it. The vaping carver, big old Tomo up in Leeds. He says all the lakes are frozen where he is. He's chomping at the bit to get out. I bet you are, mate. Hoxton says, does anyone use Shimano or Avid rods? Any recommendations? I haven't used them, guys, so I can't tell you, but I'm sure there's someone on here who would. Mirko Bazzoli says, few people around is great. Yeah, it really is in the winter. Carp do look their best in winter. You know, there's something probably you guys won't know. Well, you might do. But about now, this sort of mid-December is when the fish are at their biggest weights as well. Relative to spring, obviously. But they're at their biggest weights. From sort of mid-December going downwards, it's when they start losing weight. They start you know, slowing right down. Even with the water temperature's been cold before, this is when they're at sort of beginning of December to the middle of December is when they're at their biggest weights and looking the best. Dominic Carter says, fishes all year round. It's never too cold. Just the wrong clothing. Great vlog. Read the 3-layer system. Exactly. I never get cold. I never, ever get cold. No matter how cold it is, I just don't get cold because of the 3-layer system. You know, decent pair of merino socks. Decent pair of Gore-Tex lined boots. You know, hat if it gets really cold. And if it's freezing, get old gloves on. Never get cold. Yeah, the World Carp Catcher says, plenty of PPs getting smashed in the winter. Yeah. I mean, my biggest fish in winter was in January, beginning of January, and that was £47. That was £47, and that was 10 years ago. My biggest winter fish, I think. Unless I've had one bigger than that. I'm not sure. Tell a lie. 47.7, which I had a couple of weeks ago. Carpy Steve says, did you get the Chinese heat yet? No, still hasn't come. Still hasn't come. Disappointed, really. Waiting for it to come. Derek Smith says, you look a bit heavy as well, Leon. Yeah, well, yeah, I've got a bit of fat on me to keep me warm as well. And I've got the carp dog in the sleeping bag, so I'm never going to get warm. John Tinsley says, do you use PVA nuggets? I do, but really not in the winter because they don't, sometimes they won't melt. Happy Vapor says, is that my biggest form? No, not, no, it's not. Steve Perry said, where's his cup of tea? I only got my cup of tea at the moment. Paul Edwards says, it's going to be my very first time out. Do I go now or wait for spring? If you're not prepared for it now, there's no point going. If you're not prepared, the clothing and everything else, we should just get the ump and you won't feel comfortable and you won't enjoy it and then you probably won't go ever again. So if you are prepared, get out there. Get out there, fresh air. There's one thing, I don't know if any of you fishermen fish all winter as well, all year round. Do you ever get colds or get ill? Because I don't. Very occasionally I'll be unwell. But I don't get colds. I get little sniffles and that, but I don't get man flu. I don't get anything like that. And I think it's because I'm out in that fresh air all the time. Hoxton says, Leon has Carp Dog got a Santa suit for Christmas. I bloody hope not. Hannes Vermax says it's summer in South Africa, hot as hell. Oh, don't. Thanks for that. Appreciate that, don't we? Lenny B, Wagwan. Paul Edwards. He's got all the stuff. He's worried it's harder to catch and learn now. Just go and enjoy it, Paul. Really, just go and enjoy it. Get out in that fresh air. See, all the guys saying they don't get colds. They don't get ill. I think that's because we're out in that fresh air. Do you know what I really don't like? Is when I've been out for a couple of days in the cold, I come back and Mrs. B's got the heating on at 25 degrees. It makes me feel ill. I need it cold. Carpy Stevo says, is there a reason why you don't use inline rigs? No, not really. I have in the past, but I don't really find the need to. I'm not saying they're bad rigs, but they're not. They're very good rigs, especially in PVA bags and things like that. I think you can't go wrong with them. But I don't really use PVA bags. Shoddy Rick's Banter says, does pre-baiting work this time of year? Most definitely. This is the time of year when I would be pre-baiting. More than any other time of the year. I use more bait in the winter time. Usually when I'm leaving, or if I'm on a runs water, I put a bit in. But when I'm leaving, I'll spray 2 or 3 kilo about, maybe put some particles out. If I'm coming back the next week, to fish that same area, if I've located them. And Lumber says, maggots or boilies in winter? Both. Chopped up boilies, maggots, hemp, corn, maize, groats, all in the pot in winter. Just give them all lots of different things. David Yarham, good to see you. Lazy Carper says, all right, Leon, what do you think of carp fishing up north compared to down south? I think you've got it really hard up north. You really have. There's less waters, I think, smaller fish. They're more packed. So any decent waters, you got no chance of getting on. You know, there's lots of good clubs up there. There's some really good anglers up north as well who have to come down south to be able to, you know, improve their PB or fish a different type of water. But I think up north you've got it really hard. I've lived up north for a little while and it was really difficult to find a water up there. In fact, so much so that I didn't do any fishing up there. I still came down south. You know, we don't know how lucky we are down the south with the waters that we've got. We really don't. And, like Happy Vapor says, the north generally has colder, horribler, windier, wetter weather. iCatch says the best waters are in Kent. Some good waters in Kent, some good waters in it. There's loads of good waters all down the south. You know, I don't fish that much in Kent myself. Luke Harvey, evening to you. Ian Smith says, good evening, Lil. Can you give a big shout out to the tackle company in Melksham, Wiltshire? There you go. Just did. Morgan Evans says, the only bite he had today was on a 2-foot zig, black and white foam in 6 foot of water. Roy Close says his car's frozen up here in Yorkshire. Bloody hell. Vince Ferguson says, Lee Valley place to be. Got some good fish in Lee Valley as well. Loads in South Wales. Who else we got there? Gaz Jones still using having unhooking, mate. I am for the waters that I'm allowed to. What I mean by that is, like the Park Lake, they supply their own hooking mats and nets, which is a really good way of doing things. When I fish elsewhere, like Sandy or up north, or well, not up north, Peterborough, or down in McKent Lake, the Alien Lake, I use the Avid mat. Really good. I really like it. Dave Bell says, do you do much river carping? Not really, no, I don't. It's something which I'd like to do in the future. Just something a little bit different. Paul Burstow says, Leon, what's the best knot for tying a leader onto braid for his spod rod? I use, Paul, back-to-back grinner. That's what I use. That's what I use for everything, for tying 2 bits of line together, braid to nylon, you know, 50-pound nylon to 20-pound braid, the 2 different diameters. I use that back-to-back grinner. A little tip I'll give you is, whatever is the thicker line, just do 2 turns. Whatever the thinner line, do 3 turns. I've never had a problem with it. Never had it break. Don't really get frap ups with it. Sam Kiddle's on the river tomorrow. Good for you, Sam. Let us all know how you get on. Dick Winter says he's late because he's been watching Spurs. No worries about being late. You can come and go as you want, guys. You know, that's what it is. We're relaxed. It's a bit of fun. 202 people watching now. Look at that. Crazy, isn't it? David Yarm says, Colne Valley, what do you think about fishing there, Mr. B? I've done quite a bit of fishing in the Colne Valley and I love it. I love it, you know, I really do. There's some lovely waters there from bygones past and waters coming through for the future. Some lovely, you know, some lovely waters there. A lot of them are private and you can't fish them anymore. I'm a fly midget says, do you get tired of being in the cold? Not really, because I'm out in the open. I love it. I love just being out in the open. Tariq Zeb says, Leon, what's your favourite carp magazine? I don't really get them anymore or read them because it's the same old thing. But if I had to say one which is the best, Carpwell's pretty good. Carpology's all right. I can't remember last time I looked at a carp magazine. Richard Day says, hi Leon, what's the carp dog's real name? Carp dog's real name is Barney. Mrs. B named him Barney. Willie Wasser says, are you fishing Obsessive Carpers charity match, Leon? Unfortunately, I won't be. I will be at the Northern Angling Show that weekend. Yeah, Keith Oakley said he doesn't buy them anymore. Guys, let me know in the comment section below, do you still buy carp fishing magazines? Yes or no? Do you still buy carp fishing magazines? And if so, which one do you buy? David Yarm says, here's a question, Mr. B. £40 Simo, £20 Old Leany. No competition, £20 Old Leany. Roy Close, magazines are dead. I couldn't agree more. You'll see more of them going out of business in the next year or so. Carp Talk, that's not a bad, that's not really a magazine, that's a weekly newspaper. You know, it's a no mag, no got the internet, no mags. Luke Harvey says, yes, only when he's travelling to places via train or plane. Paul Tyson said he just watches us instead. Sometimes. David Cuddy says he buys a magazine. Lawrence Lancaster says, more info online this day and age. Couldn't agree more. And the thing is I don't like about magazines is, even if you're reading it, you're being advertised to. Because a guy in there is sponsored by that company or he works for that company. So immediately it's like he's selling to me straight away. And I just want a magazine where it's just going to tell me about things. And that's never going to happen. With no adverts and no, you know. Unfortunately, those days are gone. Jason Doyle buys Total Carp. Mark Jones says they're just comics. Welsh Carp Catcher says very rarely he buys them. Simon Wall very kindly says we don't need to. We have you, Leon. There you go. And all the other YouTubers, don't forget. Thank you for your kind remarks, John. Steve L says, no, it's the same content repeated year after year, just a different face, isn't it, Steve? David Hall says, very rarely buy magazines and more disappointed every time. You know, it just sums it up. It just sums it up. I really can't understand why, and I just can't get my head around it, why companies still advertising in the magazines. Why they still do the same old things they've been doing for 10 years with the magazine, with the same old people or new people, just the same products, different products. I just don't understand how they think they're actually, people are looking at it anymore. True Matthew Randall, he says, these mags are only good for toilet paper now. Bit harsh, but you could be right. Jamie Collins says, not a mag, but he subscribes to Cyprography. Matty Rustin says, yes, Carp Talk, Simon Crow, good guy. Yeah, I mean, Carp Talk would be the only one I would buy. If I was going to buy a magazine, it'd be Carp Talk. Sep UK says, half of the pages are ads and the rest of it is articles that are ads. Exactly my point. Why would you spend 4, 5, 6 quid on a magazine? You know, that's why they're all going out of business. Vince Ferguson says, you're right, Leon, the shop I work in has mag adverts and they're not cheap. They're not cheap. You're looking at, they've got cheaper now because no one's buying them. So you can probably get an advert now for about 150, 200 quid. But go back a couple of years, it's like 3, 4, 500 quid for one page. It's craziness. Just got to end sooner or later, isn't it? James Madrick says, anyone know of a good mono line I can recommend for the price? Dow Sensor, GTHD by Gardner, Fox line as well, Warrior line, I think. I mean, these are all cheap budget versions, apart from the GTHD, which is about 20 quid, I think. But those three I've used. Synchro by ESP, I quite like that as well. I've used that. Here's a few. John Lane says, you've only got to look at my followership. You are the future. Well, I think the future's here, isn't it? Liam Burns, evenings. Leon, sorry I'm late, just on the Mets. Whoa. Good luck, Liam. Let us know how you get on. Big Game Line, an old favourite. There you go, Lawrence Lancaster. That's an old favourite one. No problem, James. Always here to help anyone. Matthew Randall says, Ridge Monkey. RMT, I think. John Lader says, Shimano Technium Black. There's another good one. Keith Oakey says, Leon, do you know of anyone trying the ProLogic 3D Mimicry Green Halo line? I don't, Keith. The problem is that with these sort of lines which are a bit different to the norm, they don't sell very well. They could be the best line out there, but they don't sell very well, so they get discontinued. Yeah, I'd say, like Vince Ferguson says, ESP Synchro Loaded, the best-selling line that they do. I think it is the best-selling line out there, Synchro. Divvy in the bivvy. Good to see you, mate. Dean Cousins, good shout out. Have a good weekend. Good luck, everyone on the back. Yeah, good luck to you as well, Dean. Thanks for popping in. There you go. Another vote for Dale Censored by Obsessive Carper. Richard Middleton says, Ultimate Power Carp. I think that used to be a good line, but I think it changed. So, not sure it's still as good, Richard. I might be wrong. Joel Pritchard says, what do you think of scopes? Yeah, I think they're good. The Nest scopes, I think they're good rods. They're a little bit different as well. I've got a set of £3 ones, I think, with cork handles. About 4 or 5 years old. Haven't used them for a while, though. Gardnut Hydro Tough, Colin Osborne says. Chris Gard says something in French. Fox Soft Steel Camo, any good? Yeah, I think that's not a bad line as well, Paul. GT80, Cranky Carper says, if you want something that's just going to pull in an island or a boat or something, GT80 is the one. The Baby Carper says, Divvy in the Bivvy, that man needs a medal for that name. I love that name. It's good, isn't it? Divvy in the Bivvy. Jack Attenborough says, any tips on Orchard Lakes, mate? I've never actually fished it, Jack, but I know it can be very swimmy this time of year. Very swimmy. Wayne Norris 4 says, X-Line all day long. Yep, I'm a fan of X-Line as well. Morgan 1062 says he's got some greys, air curves, 13 foot, 3.5 pound. Great for 130 yards plus. What do you think? I've heard good things about those rods. Dominic Carter says, Leon, it's called Fox Talk, but I also Garner GTHD, Gardner Pro Light. Yeah, I've used Gardner Pro Light as well. I like that line. Dick Winter says Tiger Line is favourite. X-Line, Hoxton says. The Unfit Mountain Biker, good to see you, mate. Thanks for popping in. So, we're talking about rods a little bit now. What rods do you guys use? Now, I've got the old Lion Carp rods, which I quite like. To me, I'm not really into rods. If it casts, I don't really fish long distances. I fish up to about 80 yards max. That's me, you know. That's my style of fishing. I'm more happy fishing 20 yards out than I am 120 yards out. What rods do you guys use, and can you recommend them? You know, would you, if you had the money again, buy the same rod in the same situation? Let us know in the comments below what rod you really like. I used to have a set of Fox Horizon XTs. Really liked those rods. Really liked them a lot. Nest Scope 9 foot. Fox Horizon X's. Fox Warriors. Got the little Nest Sirens. Loves his air curves, Willie Wason. Infinity 3 1/4. Terrier Mark 2s. Yep, they're a good rod. 10 foot Nest Dwarfs. 10 foot Scopes. Always in the car. Yep. Harrison Tureks. ESP Vertex, £3. Yep, I had the set of Vertexes years ago. Really like them. Free Spirit rods, Lawrence Lancaster says. The Unfit Mountain Biker, Shimano Tribo Velocity 3 1/4. I've heard some good things about them, and he would definitely recommend them as well. Century 12 foot 3.5 great rods. ESP Sniper 3 1/4. Fox Warrior S. Load of shit, James Madrick says. Craig Sawyer, Free Spirit High S. Sean Simcox says, hi Leon, I'm looking to go on Sandus. What peg do you recommend, mate? Just find the fish. There's no weed. They could be anywhere. They'd be at either end, though. They'd be either at the top end or the bottom end. Dale Whiskers. Used grades rods for years. Using Isoflex. Alex Booth says. Whiskers, 234 Cheech. Dale M-Cast. Nest Dwarfs. Dragon Carp 3-pounders. Cranky Carpers uses. So there's a great variety out there, isn't there? There's a great variety. No one's really going for the same type of rod. There's so many different varieties out there, aren't there? James Collins, Century NCSs or Scopes. That's the one, gelato cookies. Yeah, I did wonder. I did wonder. Don't worry about it. Hoxton, it seems that a lot of people seem to be recommending 10-foot rods. Yeah, I mean, I think the Nash sort of scope kicked off that sort of, that era of shorter rods, didn't they? Kevin Stott says, yep, he's got the original Horizon XTSs and love them. Yeah, I like my XTs, you know, my Horizon XT. I've still got them. Colin Oswald says, back in the day, Coniflex. Yeah, they were a good rod. Look at him, Tim Daly. You can't see him. He's actually in underneath the bed covers like he normally is. Custom built Yateley Torx 3 1/4 best is used, Simon Elsmore. Sam Kiddle's got Armalites. Lenny B says, ask the missus about his rod. I'd rather not, Lenny B. Hoxton says, Leon, if you don't fish out far, would you recommend 10-foot rods? Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, I didn't think of it that way. Samantha New says, do you think there is much difference in 10-foot and 12-foot rods? If you want to cast more distance, yes. Yes, Silverback, we both go to the same barber. Funny enough, when I was younger, I used to have quite long hair. Tim Daly says, Nash sawn off 6 foot. The unfit mountain biker says he's got a pair of Team Hutchie rods which he hardly uses because he's scared to break them. Oh dear. And what reels do you guys use? In the comments below, put down what reels you use, what you like. I bet there's some of you out there changes your reels every 6 months. And I bet there's some of you out there like me who had the same reel, set of reels for like 15 years. What reels do you use and you like? Dominic Carter, exactly. That's what I tell Mrs. B. It's not about the length, it's about the action. Look at that. Dow 5000 Ts, 5000 Ts, SS3000s, a man after my own heart, Keith Oakey. Sonic Tornos, Shimano Tex, SS3000s, Lawrence Lancaster, another man after my own heart. Happy Vapor changes once a year, his reels. Back in the day, he still had Nest Pursuits. Yeah, they were good then. Fox XF9s, Fox FX11s. Now a tournaments. Excuse me. Infinities. There are Baziers. There are Crosscasts. Shimano Big Blues, Witchwood 65s, Big Pits. Sonic Tornos 8000s. Dower 5000 Ts, they're a good reel as well. I've got a set of them somewhere. Dower Baziers 45. Pen Affinity. Argos Big Pits, Graham the Dodge Green to go with his Argos rods. Sonic Tornos. Akuma Big Pits, John Boyd. Ultegra. Shimano XTB 14,000s. Shimano Black Mags, fantastic reel. Evening Lee Brown. Dower Emblems or Fox 7000s for Tarek. Dave Torek says, wish he still had his old Cardinal 55. So, oh, weren't they a real way? That clutch was just music to your ears, weren't they? Black Mags, Peter Runnels. Yep, Hoxton, lots of people with Sonic or Shimano. Fox EOS 10,000 is brilliant. Here's one for you guys. I'm going shopping for the first time ever tomorrow at Aldi to get my fishing food in the morning. So, do any of you shop at Aldi? And what can you recommend in there that I can take fishing with me to cook up? And is it worth going to Aldi? You know, my missus went in there the other day. Says, yeah, not bad, looks good. She bought a few bits from there. But I've never been in Aldi. So, is it, you know, fantasy that Tesco and Sainsbury's, they're just so much better than Aldi or Lidl? But I'm in Aldi tomorrow, and I'm going to pick up some food for me fishing over the next couple of nights. So, what do you reckon, guys? Who shops in there, and what can you recommend I should pick up to take with me? Which is going to be in the next vlog. Lidl is better, Carp, Steve-O says. Beer, Dick Winter says is good in there. Steaks are nice, Carpy Steve-O says. Yeah, someone else said that to me. Evening, Steve Fox. Get their chicken stir fry, it's the nuts. Yeah, I've got my eye on one of them. Mrs. B sent me a picture. Evening, Mark Beavers. Ribs, they're the best. De-icer is cheap, Carpy Steve-O says. I need a lot from the lake, wouldn't I? Cakes and more cakes, Happy Vapor. Orange and chocolate mince pies. Look at that. Aldi sausages are good. Ooh. Aldi do a pucker steak. Yeah, I've been told this. Their steak's good. Cat food is cheap, apparently, Matt Jones says. Won't be no good for me and him, will it? Italian meatballs, they are the nuts for your pasta. I'm going to have to check them out tomorrow night. Roy Close says, Aldi, bang on, chicken or ginger nuts. Noodle salad pots in the sandwich section. Tyrone, thank you. I'm going to have a little look at those as well. So much to look at tomorrow. Carp dog treats, yeah. Torch on ham from Aldi's for Sarnies is some of the best ham going. Steaks are perfect, Andrew Leachman says. Lots of toilet roll, Kevin Kelly says. For this weather, just stick to pot noodles. No, you got to go to full hog. You got to eat properly. Dominic Carter says, public service announcements in Aldi. Don't buy their pot noodles equivalent. Anything else, all okay, but don't buy the pot noodles. The Aldi meatballs, yeah. David Etok, good to see you, mate. The old meatballs are the dog's nuts, literally. I'm gonna have to look at them, and I. Galato Cookie says chocolate not bad when on the munchies. I'll have to get some of that. Carpy Steve-O says, have you ever put Red Bull in particles? I know someone who did that. They put cans and cans of Red Bull in their particles and their boilies, and apparently the fish were going spasms. They were going crazy, jumping out of the water and going mental. Was what's in it. Another vote for steak all the way from John Boyd. Matthew Randall says, make sure you have a change of undies if you eat Aldi's pot noodles. Yep, I think Dominic Carter's put me onto that one. I don't think I'll be getting any of them. James Green says, Leo, can I swap my 2 kids for the carp dog? No, he's not for sale. He's not for swapping either. Another vote for Aldi steaks. Aldi do a Bailey's for under £4, Dave Torrick says. Oh. An extra fuel can for the Coleman. Looks like I'm going to be spending lots of money tomorrow, doesn't it? Aldi spatch chopped chicken, awesome. No black option, sorry. Go to Morrison's, John Lippy says. That's where the missus normally shops, Morrison's. Yep, it's the Touring, I think. Adam James Goodard in the Red Bull. Meatballs, a pucker, Matthew Randall says. Carpy Steve says, why don't you give the Carp dog Red Bull instead of sleeping tablets? I still don't think it'd make him any more. He has little fits and starts. He'd do nothing for hours and suddenly he's up and he's crazy and he's all over the place. Here's one for you guys. What's been your most successful winter rig? Pop-up rig, bottom bait rig, bit of plastic corn, fluoro pop-up, food bait pop-up, food bait bottom bait, you know, tiger nut. What's been yours for you, just for you? What gives you the most confidence to use? If you could use any one of them because you've been so successful on it, what would you use as a hook bait and rig for the winter? What rig and what hook bait would you use? Multi-rig pop-up, Keith Oakey says. Maize for me, yeah. I'm hearing ya. Sweet corn with a spog mix, cheap and good corn, yeah. Zig, yeah. Bottom bait all the time. KD inside stick mix, excuse me. KD rig tiger nut. Oh. Tim Daly says, Leon, what do you think of the Ronnie rig? I don't personally like it, Tim, sorry. Square rig, Steve Berry. Now, there you go. I haven't actually used a square rig for many years. Multi-rig, pop-up tiger nut. Maggot rig for me, and his PB of £34 last year and a £23 last week. Sean Saunders. Good for you, mate. Well done. Johnny Mac rig every day, Ian Smith. Yep, stiff hinge, pop-up, half a boilie. The greedy pig rig. I haven't seen that one for a while, have we? 2 or 3 little 10 millers on a hair. Hinge stiff, fluoro pop-up. 12mm fluoro pop-up. Simple braided rig with corn, Roy Close says. Proper combi with fluoro pop-up. Never caught in a pop-up. IQ D rig with a wafter. Yeah, Mike Swift says. Paul Pard says he's done well. A little size 8 blowback pop. KD rig Ian Fisher. Combi rig Billy Oakley. Lenny B says running rig with a snowman on a reverse combi. I like the sound of that. Dynamite stick can work well, yeah. Multi-rig Tim Daly. Graham the Dodge Green, Argus ready-made rigs. Got to think about Argus tonight, Graham, haven't you? Lee Brown says, where are you fishing next week? Sandhurst or the park? Will be the park, Lake. It's going to be a bit warmer, so I'm going to go there. If it stayed cold, I would have gone to Sandhurst. Salted maize on a blowback. PVA bags. Wayne says, PVA bags all year round. I've never blanked, even today at 3 carp. Well done, Wayne. Reverse combi or a multi-rig, Steve L says. Sign Edward says, pop-up orange tutti fruity, caught a £12 yesterday on it. Well done, mate. Bottom bait, really simple, Colin Osborne says. Slip D with a wafter, Derek Smith. Ian Smith's PB on a Johnny Mac 41-2. Buzzing, lovely. Graham the Dodge Green is sponsored by Argus, I'll bet you what. KD rig with cell pop-up and fake corn, Tariq Zeb. See, I mean, there's a big bunch of maggots on a bottom bait rig, Jason Jones. There's so many. That's what makes fishing so good. There isn't one rig or one bait or one way of fishing that you can all be confident on and you can catch fish on. You know, it's not this is the way you do it. This is what you've got to have. This is the rig you got to use. You know, there's just so many different permutations out there. Will work on totally different waters that you can use. That's what makes our angling, our fishing so good, doesn't it, guys? You know, I mean, the magazines and the companies will tell you different. You have to use their bait, their pop-up rig, their, you know, way of presenting it. But you don't, do you? You just have to use what you're confident in. I know you hear me say it all the time. You've got to use what you're confident in. Don't worry about me or what everyone else is saying. If you're confident using a size 10 hook with £30 line, super gluing it to it, and you're catching, what does it matter what anyone else is telling you to do? Because you're confident, you're catching. That's what, you know, that's what it's all about. David Cuddy says, what's in things that say it's bloodworm if no blood was in them then? Well, that's just marketing, David. I can tell you now, bloodworm pellet and bloodworm liquid. It's got no bloodworm in it at all. I'm telling you that now. It's got no bloodworm in it at all. Hoxton said he'd never use a magazine rig on his waters, to be honest. Dominic Carter says his best winter rig's in a pub, 3 double G&Ts, it catches them. Love it. Michael Morby, good to see you, mate. Don't worry about being late. Ian Smith says, can you get everyone's choice of alarms? Here's another good one. Right. I personally, I've used Delkim, I've used Fox, I've used the Garden, the little alarms, the ATXs, and I currently use the Neville's, which I've had for about 6 or 7 years, I suppose. My favourite's the Neville's out of all of them, although the Fox NTXRs are more or less there as well. They're a really good alarm. What alarms do you guys use? Do you like them? Would you recommend them? Would you buy them again? Delkim, Nash Siren, Delkim's, Neville's, Ace i3, Stu. Oh, Delkim's, for me, he loves them. Sean Saunders. Nash R3s, NTXRs, Derek Smith, yep, they're a good alarm. Delkim. Neville's all day, Michael Chaundy says, yep. Garner ATTS is another good alarm. NGT alarms, Fox RX Originals. Gardner TLBs with ATX receiver, bomb proof, yep. Delkim TXIs, Fox MMX old ones, Delkim's, JRC CXs, Neville's love them, Lee says. Fox RXs, Fox RX Digitals, ATTSs, Delkim's, Delkim TXIs, Herons, Simon Elsmore, Herons. Bloody, I used to have a set of Herons many years ago. I wish I still had them. Optonics, Neville and Fox, original Fox MX Blues, Stevie Neville's, throw my Delkims in the lake. If you're locked up, pod rocks, all are going off and didn't know what to hit. Yeah. New Fox RX Pluses. Ian Smith uses the Delkim. Phil C still got his errands. Oh, Phil, send me a picture just to reminisce. Fox RX Originals. Les Bamford conversions, yeah. Delkim TXIs, Rollons, Kingfisher alarms, Fox RXDs or ND alarms, or your micros. Yeah, the little original Fox micros, which are 20 or 25 quid. Remember them? They're still a good alarm, they are. Washing up top, liquid tops, Tim Daly uses. Nash Sirens, David Bell, JRC CX alarms. Delkim, Ron Busby says. Optonic Megatronics, or I remember them, Hoxton. Fox RX are the best, Matty Ruston says. Microns, Colin Osborne. GW78 says, I've also got a set of Fox ST that I got when he was 17 and they still work great. I bet they do. A lot of the original stuff still works good, doesn't it? The obsessive carper Delkim with an umbrella. That's the reason I sold my Delkims many moons ago, is because that particular set I had leaked. And they froze. Colin Osborne uses a bell and a peg and a coin. Well, guys, share the love. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Share the love. Hit that like button. Hit that like. Share the love if you care. Hit the like button. We've still got 200 people in the room. After 55 minutes, we've still got 200 people in the room. Monkey climbers on the old Gardner satellite pod. Oh, blimey, there's reminiscent, isn't it? Delkim's, William Randall says. Dave Torrick says people have still got optonics and they're still working perfect. Tells you how bulletproof they was. Yeah, they were bulletproof. Sundridge Optonics, wasn't it? I agree, Dominic Carter. Send me a picture. Carp fishing porn, yeah. Washing up liquid top. Adam Hollins asked, what people's idea of a good floater setup, rods, etc.? I like a sort of 12-foot floater rod, which has got a nice action to it. You know, 2 3/4 pound, 2.5, 2 3/4 pound. I use a small sort of fox reel, or you can use one of the little Dower reels as well, the gold spool ones. 10-pound line, and you should be fine with that sort of setup. I would say I'm playing the fish when it lunges, but I'm using the 6-foot hook link. The rod's gonna take all the lunges and everything. Ben Valentine says, how would you go about catching on a non-angler pressured lake? I'd bait lots of different spots and fish them and also watch and see where they are, and just introduce food, because you know you're not going to be competing with everyone else's areas. Terry O floater rod, Steve Berry says, yeah, definitely. Yeah, GW78 uses a 2 1/4 pound rod for his floater fishing. Derek Smith uses a scope 10-foot 1 3/4. Cool, that must be lovely playing them on that. And the Mutlow used to use his spinning gear, Savage gear rod, for floater fishing. Yeah. Morgan 1062 says, Delcums don't freeze in the cold. They do when they get wet. Ian Smith says, thanks for another great blog. No, guys, it's down to you. You guys watching this make these live streams. You make it. You know, if no one was here, it'd be a terrible live stream. It's not me. I just host it. It's you guys that make it. All the banter, all the chatting, all the asking for different, you know, advice on stuff. And it's brilliant, isn't it? We're all learning. I'm learning. You know, I know what I've got to go and get from Aldi tomorrow, don't I? Do you know? Billy Oakley says, I do use a flash when using a Rhino beam. No, I don't. I don't. In the night, I just use the Rhino beam or 2 Rhino beams sometimes. And I don't use a flash at all. What I use is my ISO on my camera. So I'll bang the ISO right up. So any light, it opens the lens and more light goes in. Put it up to about 800 plus. Tyrone says, Leo, now Christmas is close. Do I get my pepperoni out? All depends. If I go to Sandhurst, I'll probably have 1 rod on the pepperoni this time of year. Maybe on a little stick or something. Keith Oakley says, looking forward to seeing me at the Northern Show. Yeah, I should be at lots of shows this year, guys. And I can't wait to meet you all. Sandown show was absolutely brilliant because I met lots of you. You come up, we had a chat, a giggle. It was brilliant, you know. So I'm going to be at the Brentwood show. Come and see me, guys. I will be on the Summit stand. All these shows, I'll be on the Summit stand. I shall be at Zwolle. If you're there, come and see me. I shall also be at the big one. I shall be at the Northern Angling Show. And I shall be at Angelter Heridian in Germany. If you're German or you're going to that show, I will see you there as well. Well, guys, we've been running for an hour. Tuesday, I'll be doing another live stream from the bank, from the Park Lake. Me and the Carp Dog, the fluffy creature, bless him. Next video in the series, Winter Vlog 3 is out Monday. Wednesday is, I'm doing a review Wednesday on the little stove, the Terra Hiker stove. Following Friday, you've got part 4 of the vlog. So I'm doing 2 vlogs in 1 week, next week, just before Christmas. Saturday is our live stream giveaway where I'm giving away loads of kit. So guys, if you haven't subscribed, you're not going to be within a chance of winning anything. So don't forget to hit that subscribe key and hit that bell notification icon as well. And then we got Monday, Christmas Day, which I think I'm going to try and do some sort of Christmassy vlog over the next couple of days for then. And you're probably going to get part 5 of the winter vlog on the Tuesday on what is it, Boxing Day. So loads of videos coming up. Loads of them coming up, guys. So, and I appreciate you all. I really do, for being here in this live stream. We had 250 people again. You know, it's crazy, isn't it? On a Saturday night before Christmas. You know, it's the future, isn't it? It's where everything's going. It's all down to you guys. Right, I'm going to shoot off now. I've got to go and do the washing up for Mrs. B. I've got to sort him out. I've got to wake him up. All you can see is his leg. Look. Don't know if you can see it. Look. All you can see is his legs. Look. See that? Look. That's his legs. Look, look. That's a carp dog's legs. That's it. That's it. That's all you're going to see from him. Was his legs stretching up like that. Right, guys. I'm going to go. Thanks for coming. I'll see you Tuesday for the next live feed and for Saturday's prize giveaway. And have a lovely weekend. And I'll see you soon.